still stands for talking, you know?
Offender in custody?
Thanks. Anyone else close might just see rest, let me know.
10-5, sir. 33.
3-3, can you let a supervisor know that I have a case report with an arrest attached?
1830.
Is that possible, Sheridan and Wilson?
First number.
10-4.
Where's the
Also still saying for talk? No.
Offender in custody.
Yes, good evening. Yes. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for hopping in. I want to apologize for earlier if anybody heard any saws and banging going on and all that other stuff. I will not be doing any shows tomorrow. It was a task trying to get through the show today, feeling like there was an earthquake all day. Same as yesterday. So I'm going to take the morning off, maybe Friday morning as well. I don't know. I'm not even sure what the hell's going on next door. I don't know if they're like rebuilding it or what. I thought it was just a restoration. I don't know what that all involves, but I don't know. It felt like a damn earthquake all day. But tonight, we are going to get into some more Inan stuff, some stuff about the private driver, a couple other things. I want to say shout out to the community. I want to say shout out to Caddy, Aaliyah. Let me see. Kelly, Michelle girl. Just going through all of this. I was going through all the emails and stuff too. A lot of stuff to get through tonight. Holy crap. I just want to say thank you. Some stuff about visual snow. Different, a lot of stuff. So we might, I don't know how much, we'll be, I think I got like 7. Together for some Inan interviews, but there's a lot of other stuff you guys sent too. I wanted to get through. So shout out to you, the freaking community. Damn. Love you guys. Get into the hellos. Nina number 2, thank you. What's up, Jacqueline? Kib Kitty number 5. 49er girl. Ticket number 8. Hello, Johnny. Johnny Quiz. I'm from UK. What's up? Thank you for hopping over. Dang, it's got to be late as shit, no? Like what? midnight or something. Something like that, right? What's up, Tana? Thank you for hopping in. Caddy ticket number 9. Thank you for all your information as well. Lucy Lou Who. Oh, that's a cool name. Aw. Prayers. I hate migraines. I get them from time to time. I'm actually... Ooh, I'm going to knock on some wood. I'm not going to say it. I've been good this winter. I've been good this winter. Ticket number 12. Thank you, Katrina. Ticket number 11. What's up, Aaliyah? Ticket 12. Thank you for your information as well. How are you tonight? Cheryl Butler, number 14. Diana, number 15. KW10, hello to you. What's up, Yoli? Ticket 23. Ohio, Rhonda. Shout out Akron. Whenever I see Ohio in here, I got to shout out Akron. Lynn, ticket 21. Thank you for the kind words. Crime Solver. In the door with 24. Ooh. You got to, man, you got to wait until you get that 24 every time. I like that. In the door with 24. Sounds great. Mary Burns, ticket number 6. Thank you as well. Let's see. I got some stuff. Jacqueline as well, and Mary. Some stuff on Instagram. Thank you. Mistaken. Hello to you too. Takes time for yeah. Plus, I like to watch all the shit fresh with you guys. Like most of the time when we watch something, I haven't seen it. I just, you know, you get the fresh take instead of the like third one. You know? It's all fresh. Charlie Brown, ticket 31. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Lucy Lou. Thank you for the kind words. Crystal, how are you this evening? Got some interesting stuff. Nevada, ticket 37. I mean, we always do that. You know. What about the delivery DoorDash? I don't know. What about it? What do you mean? What about it? What do you mean? What's up, Mary? Mulladay, how are you? 00.43. Who says? Where's the confirmation? I would love to know if there was a DoorDash. I would love to know where, what, who. I would love to know that. Shout out Akron. Dr. Thrifty 2, thank you. Ticket number 26. Someone did say Inan Harsh. Somebody did say that. Somebody said Dr. Thrifty loved to get into Inan Harsh. Ticket 38. I've never really checked it out that much because, like I was telling everybody in the show earlier today, whenever he first came out and no scream, then a scream, and then I'm like, dude, I ain't gonna waste my time. I got too much other shit that needs my time than to wonder if something some dude says a month later is really the truth or not, you know? So I never really checked it out. Control Alt Delete, what's up? So we're gonna start checking some of it out. I need to learn more about this YouTube stuff. Oh, a ticket? Nightbot should be dropping something. Ticket is your like number, so if you come in here and you hit the like, whatever your like number is, that is your ticket number, and I call it a ticket number. It was just something that we started off for fun. And it was like, you know what, I serve you guys, so I'll start calling your ticket number. I don't know. Does anybody remember like how it even started? It was just something that just came out of the blue. And then it just I don't know, just it was really the community because they were really putting it in there first for me to even call it a ticket. So shout out to the community for the idea. Y'all are the ones that came up with it, really. Yeah, so whatever your like number is, that's your ticket number, and then you put your ticket number in chat and I call it because I'm here to serve you. And let me do the switcheroo, and we're going to get into a couple videos here about visual snow. Just a couple short ones. And then we're going to kind of go through all the stuff that you guys have sent. just today alone. I mean, geez, you guys came out strong. So let me do that switcheroo, and then we'll go ahead and share those couple videos, just a couple small ones about visual snow. I haven't even seen them yet, so I'm kind of interested to see what they say. And yeah, I think it's going to be, I would love to know more about this visual snow stuff, but we'll get into the majority of that in another show. We're going to stick to some Inan too, but we're going to watch a little bit of clips. Thank you all for hanging out. I appreciate you. All right, so this right here, Mayo Clinic and Medical Centric. I'm gonna watch a couple videos right here about it. Visual snow.
Visual snow is a...
That music's way too damn loud. Hold on. Jeez, it's way too loud. Okay, there we go. Unknown caller. Do I take phone calls? From time to time, I do. But like Shonda, maybe if Shonda's... I know we're going to be having Commercial Zone coming up here soon. I can't wait for that. That's going to be its own show. We're going to be talking about the PCA. It's going to be... Commercial Zone did a humongous amount of work with this whole PCA stuff, and I don't even want to... It's going to be a conversation y'all are going to have to check out, because she did a lot of work, and there's a lot of questions. I mean, just wait till you see this. It's crazy, you guys. If you're on Twitter and you follow her on Twitter, then you know what I'm talking about. And I'll put her Twitter handle up here in a second. But just let me know. Just email me or DM me or something if there's something you want to discuss, and we could, maybe we could schedule on a show or something.
A disorder where patients see a type of TV static in their vision. So it's almost like they have millions of tiny little dots in their vision all the time, and it's throughout their visual field.
Symptoms may involve flashes of light or seeing things that our brain is supposed to tune out, like eye floaters or after images.
What's up, Jackie?
Perhaps they'll look at a TV or some words on a piece of paper, and as they start to look away, they still see shadows left over, these after images, and it can almost create like a double vision or a feeling that words are moving when they're trying to read.
These types of symptoms can be distracting by themselves. However, some people also suffer from additional symptoms, such as dizziness, headaches, or ringing in the ears. While many people who experience visual snow are born with it, there can be secondary causes.
Some patients might notice this coming on after an event, like a head injury or a really severe infection or illness.
There's not yet a treatment for visual snow, but there are ways to treat the symptoms associated with the
Man, you could have all sorts of shit, huh?
disorder.
We can work on different types of visual therapy and work with visual filters to try to reduce the severity, to make it easier for them to read, easier for them to function.
For the Mayo Clinic News Network, I'm Dee Dee Steepen.
Today's topic is visual snow syndrome. This syndrome is a recently discovered neurological disorder. It is characterized by flickering dots across your entire field of vision. The dots are like snow or like static. Very little was known about the visual snow syndrome until the late 2010s. It is still not clear how common it is or what causes it, but some studies suggest that it may be related to problems with one or more parts of the brain. Some researchers think that for some people, visual snow might go unnoticed, but in some, it can be debilitating and can affect their quality of life. Symptoms. The main symptom of this syndrome is the persistent flickering of dots across a person's entire field of vision. Visual snow is usually black and white, but can also be flashing, colored, or transparent. About 75%
it can be everything. Oh, wow. Okay.
Of people with visual snow syndrome
report
light sensitivity, impaired night vision, and...
Wow, look at that difference right there. Holy shit. That's no, I ain't got flickering. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Like, this is why I had to get glasses in the first place. Like, I ain't got flickering shit all over in my vision, but man, that's what driving at night is like for me without glasses. Oh my gosh. I can't see shit. Just at night. Well, now I gotta wear them all the time, but they're for hell. When did I get my first pair? I just never started wearing them until like a year or so ago. I don't even think I wore them in the beginning of the show when I started. No, I didn't. Yeah, so maybe a year I've been wearing them all the time. I got my first pair, I think it was, shit, 2008? Something like that, maybe. 2005? Yeah, but it was just because I was working at a computer all day. You know, that office shit that I talk about back then. I was working at a computer all damn day, and I was always getting headaches and shit, and my boss is like, maybe you should go get your eyes checked. And I'm like, shit. Well, you got to wear them at least when you're on the computer. Okay. But man, I could never see at nighttime. I just... Camera flash. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's like even when anybody has like, what's up, Bianca? Ticket number 49. What's up, detective? It's, you know, anybody that's even had like where you've gone to faint, it's, I would assume it's the same. Like when you're about to faint or something, you get that. Yeah, like little, it's almost like it would compare it to like, you know how like when you feel your like your arms asleep or something, it's like little teeny pokes going all over your skin. Imagine that being like little teeny dots all over your vision. Just what's up, Ed Stacy? How are you? Wow, it's been a long time. Hopefully you've been all right. We've been talking some PA here the last couple shows, specifically about the trees. Visual snow literally affects no two type people exactly the same. That is one of the things that makes it so challenging to understand. Interesting, Shonda. Interesting, Shonda. Not one is the same, huh?
Seeing an after image of objects.
So that's why this guy was like, it could black and white, colored. You know, like all the different rooms. Like, all right, dude, you covered like every freaking thing. Okay.
After they are gone.
Now that makes
they
sense.
also experience visual changes originating from within the eye. This causes floaters in both eyes, bright flashes of lights, blue field entopic phenomenon, in which they see squiggly lines when looking into bright blue areas like the sky. Causes. The cause is still largely unknown, but experts think it may be a neurological disorder of the brain's visual processing center.
No shit, Sherlock.
Also, the dysfunction and...
No shit, Sherlock. It's what? I'm sorry. It does what?
Also, the dysfunction and disorder of the brain's visual processing center.
No shit.
Also, the dysfunction and excessive activity of neurons in the primary visual cortex and the lingual gyrus may play a role. The exact area of the brain involved in this syndrome varies between people. This may explain why people feel different symptoms. In early studies, people with visual snow syndrome generally had normal scores on eye exams. People usually develop visual snow syndrome when they are young. However, some people develop it after taking medications, brain trauma.
Thank you, major pharmaceutical companies out there are always pushing medication.
Or infections. Risk factors. Visual snow syndrome appears to be closely related to migraine. This shows that there might be a positive shared mechanism between the two conditions.
That's a good question. You know, Crime Solver, it's like my brain is telling me yes, but I'm like searching and I'm not seeing a photo with him wearing glasses. I don't think he did. Why do I feel like he did, but I don't I'm going through all the pictures in my head, and I don't remember him wearing a pair either. Good catch. Is there a picture out there with him wearing glasses? Oh, Remy, you hopped in late. We're going through a couple small videos here real quick before we get into that. Just like we always do in every show, we just have a little case chat about different topics real quick before we get into the show stuff. Yeah, that is a good question. Maybe he does wear contacts. Maybe he does. But still, No, I'm not saying he's guilty at all. I'm just checking it out. Who said Inan was guilty? I don't. Honestly, in the show earlier, I said I don't see how that dude could even pull that off. Honestly, I mean, the dude is sketch as hell. He just oozes incel. He just oozes incel. No, I don't think he's. I don't think he could pull that off. That's just me. That's just me. See, I don't know. Like my brain just automatically went, yeah, he wears glasses, and then I'm like, wait a minute. And I'm going through everything, and I'm like, I don't remember seeing him in any glasses. Does anybody have a pic? Send me a pic. Yeah, send me a pic if BK with BK and a pair of glasses. Y'all want to see my cat? Right? Can cause, but it doesn't mean you experience all symptoms or how it may impact. It's just the opposite. That's interesting. Today's show sponsored by Big Pharma. Shit. Yeah, right. We wouldn't be talking about this shit right here.
Almost 75% of people with visual snow syndrome have a history of migraine. Also, about 25% have anxiety or depression. Diagnosis. This syndrome is often misdiagnosed as persistent migraine aura.
I don't know.
Your doctor will carry out some tests like a physical exam, eye exam, and neurological exam. To diagnose visual snow syndrome, your doctor will need to decide that you have visual snow that lasts longer than 3 months, and at least one of these 4 additional symptoms: impaired night vision,
look at that,
light sensitivity, paleanopsia,
what's up, Root?
Enhanced entoptic phenomena. Treatment. There is no current treatment effective to treat visual snow syndrome. Researchers are still investigating the potential options. Current evidence suggests that medications that prevent migraine don't consistently improve or worsen visual.
Yeah, because he was getting a lot of migraines too, right? He complained of migraines. Yeah, send me a picture if you have a picture with BK wearing glasses.
Snow syndrome. Recreational drugs and alcohol may worsen the symptoms temporarily. Transcranial magnetic stimulation is, however, under investigation as a potential treatment.
Shock treatment?
Some research suggests that it may be beneficial, but larger studies still need to fully explore its use. There is interest in using tinted lenses to improve the symptoms of visual snow syndrome.
What is that? Shock treatment? Is that what this is? Is this? Are they saying that they hook the shit up to your head and shock treatment to? What? transcranial magnetic stimulation. Magnetic field? What the hell? Oh, what the hell? Man, do you trust that? Would anybody, like, what's up, Villainous Cupcake? Daniel, what's going on? Would anybody... Yeah, but this is right now. This is a year ago. This is 2022. November 8th, 2022. This is right now. Shock treatment? Would any of you guys allow anybody to, I mean, for anything, like for anything, hooking up shit to your brain and what? What's up, Iris? This is visual snow stuff here. Very informative video here. And Shonda and I are going to be having a conversation about this as well coming up. Just let me know whenever you're good, Shonda. I would, morning wise, I don't know the next couple days because I don't know what they're going to be doing over there. It felt like an earthquake all day and sounds and banging, and I got noise canceling headphones and it was coming through those. It was nuts. That's a negative. Okay, what is this? What is transcranial magnetic stimulation? What's up, Mary? Somebody look it up. Do me a favor. Somebody look it up and let us know in chat. And I'm going to switch to the next thing here. All right. There's going to be... Now, this was creepy as hell. I wanted to share this with you. Shout out Jacqueline. This is crazy. Is it going to let me do it full screen or what? No. Let me see here. Hold on. Go to post. Okay. Remember that picture, you guys? Is it going to let me go full? It's not letting me go full screen. I figured it would if I went to the post. Remember this? I don't know how good you guys can see it or not. Let me switch this around. Okay. Thank you, Jacqueline. Now watch this video. Do you remember those pictures we were showing in last night's episode? How come I can't rewind it? Let me refresh. All right, there we go. Okay, watch. Remember that? Here's the reel on Instagram. If you're on Instagram, here's the reel. You'll see the actual video. Okay, so you know how there was some screenshots that we were sharing last night for we were sharing that. Here's the Instagram reel. It shows the video from where those pictures were taken right at the beginning. You see him actually. See him? Yeah. There's that. All right, 1 second. Now, I'm going to share this as well. Thank you, Mary, for this. So, talking about mace rocks. The mace was a simple rock shaped for the hand and intended, oh my gosh, to smash, to which a handle had been added to increase the velocity and force. Isn't that crazy? Trying to find a picture of it. Let's see. I even typed in case rock with handle. I'm not seeing a picture. That's weird. That's interesting. All right. I wanted to share this. These are all the links from everybody here. Now, this is all different types. We were talking about this earlier today. Geez, look at all those different types. 1, 2, 3, 4. Barong, billhook, bolo, bowie, bush cane, kalima, hawkbill, kukri, panga, parang, weighted and heavy. Jeez. Weighted and heavy. Wow, you add that to a bat, right? That looks like what was added to the bat. Popular heavy machetes. So when we were watching the Inan interview on Hidden True Crime today, he made the statement like a farm blunt stabbing object, but a blunt heavy object, a really strong person did it. So you look up this weighted heavy, you see the machete, you add this to a baseball bat. That's a blunt, sharp object. That's heavy. Heavy enough that Inan would say, you have to be really strong. And you know the streets talk. That's interesting. All sorts of different. The workhorse of the machetes, the terms weighted or heavy refers to how the weight is distributed in the blade design. The heavy or weighted machete has the bulk of the weight towards the top of the blade to make chopping thick and woody vegetation easier. Uses: the best style of machete for chopping woody and tough vegetation. You add that to a damn baseball bat, holy shit. Hold on a second. I don't know where this picture. I think because somebody had the picture of it. I believe it was. Let me see. Where was that machete? I think it was in. Hold on. Let me scroll up here. Where is it? Right there. Look at this shit. Right there. I want to say shout out to Tommy for I don't know where this pic came. Look at that thing, man. That had to be heavy as hell. You add this. You add this, you knock off the handle, and then you attach it to that. Ever heard of a Kurtzuk? No, I haven't. Kurtzuk. Yikes. Oh, damn, that thing looks beautiful right there. This is a Kurtzuk. Look at that. That looks beautiful. Do we... It won't let me zoom in on it. Yikes. But this looks raw as shit. That thing looks like something Inan was talking about. That's like something Inan was talking about. Like the heavy machete, you chop that handle off, and then you slap it on a bat. Can you imagine? You have both sides. You got blunt and sharp. You got both sides. You just flip it around. It's the knife that Inan uses. Ah, interesting. He uses it and then in his TikTok videos. What's up, Kelly Miller? Yeah, imagine how freaking heavy that is. I'm going to say shout out Tommy. Yeah, that was and this is from an earlier stream. This is when we were going through the pictures of some shit on EG's profile there. Now there was some interesting stuff here too. Let me see here. I'm not seeing any pictures with Koberger with glasses. Speaking of Enon, here, I'm going to share the channel because I shared it earlier. There's his channel. Shared it earlier. I don't like in my head, I'm like, I thought he did, but yeah, we're gonna be getting into some of the. This isn't. There's no way I'm gonna be. There's interviews out there. We don't have that much time tonight. So we'll be talking about Inan some more. There's just a few things I wanted to share with you guys. Let me see what else. Man, this is an interesting. Here, I mean, thank you for the information, and here is the link. Definitely. I mean, even it's a resource. Definitely an interesting resource of all the different types. And here's Kukri. Is that something to do with? Man, look at that. That's a weird freaking knife, man. That's a weird knife. Let me see here. All right, so now let's get ready. We're gonna get into this. So we're gonna read through the AMA of Inan Harsh. And let me make sure. Let me see here. All right. So, and he said on Hidden True Crime that this was him responding. He did confirm it. Hello. My name is Inan Harsh or Chef Dizzy. It's been a wild few days, and it seems there's a lot of news, misinformation, conspiracies, and a lot going on about my existence right now. I'm sure many of you are curious about who I am and how I got here. I haven't had a very average life. Okay. Wait a minute. This isn't a It's just to ask me anything. Okay. Why is okay? What? Okay, because I don't know that much about Chef Dizzy, Inan Harsh. Was this like a response to something that was like? Is this in response to something? I'm not understanding. Or did he just hop on here and it was like, yo, ask me anything. I'm Inan Harsh. Oh, yeah, we watched a little bit of it. Some fire stuff today. I mean, it's cool shit. There's no way in hell I could do it. There's no way in hell I could do, all the shit. I don't know. That shit. I know they found a sheath, but what if it was a, blunt and sharp? Blunt and sharp. You got Chef Dizzy talking about somebody really strong. Well, you could look up heavy machete because that's what's on the end of the bat. You got a bat, sharp and blunt. Machete. What's up, Gemini? I'm sure he was. Megan. I mean, shit, when we're watching it, I'm like, yo, this dude is speaking just like the incel at Queen Road Apartments, but there's no way this dude could have pulled it off. There's no way. There's no way. What's up, American Princess? There's just no way. That's just me, though. But I don't know. Is this in response to something, or did he just come out? Does anybody know? Does anybody know? Is this in response to something, or did he just come out and go, "Hey, I'm Inan. Ask me anything." I don't understand. Where people, because I don't know. I wasn't checking him out too much back then. Were people like blaming him already? Is this after? Well, this is before Hidden True Crime. This is before Hidden True Crime. So did he have like, because I thought Hidden True Crime found him off of social media posts. That's why she was all getting shocked on the interview. Yeah, but when was, oh my gosh, I wonder how do you see the date? See, I don't get on Reddit that much. How do you click the date? So I'm wondering if this is when he was on mainstream media, right? But Hidden True Crime came across him on, yeah, dude, I have not seen shit on Inan. I didn't even, when he came out in the beginning and changed his story, I just never gave it any thought the whole time. And I'm actually starting to get into the, if you got time sometime, shit, lend me your expertise, please, because I would love to learn about this shit. I just never really checked out Inan that much, honestly. But after today, I was like, damn, that's some weird shit. But I just can't see the dude. I just can't see him. I just can't see him. Send me some videos, Doc. Send me some videos, Doc, and I'll check some of them out. Let me know if you want to get together sometime. So I don't know if anybody knows, or even Doc, if you know, was this after he was already getting pressure from the public, or is this, hey guys, like which one is it? It makes a huge difference. It makes a huge difference the way that I'm reading this, because if I'm reading it as a response to people accusing him of being shady, okay, I can understand, but it takes on a completely different meaning if there was no pressure and he's writing this shit. Then I have to look at it in a different way. So the words, there's different meaning with whatever approach this is, and I'm not sure what approach this is at this point. What about the kid who is the hunter that, yeah, that's suspicious too. What's up, Aunt B? Thank you. See, I'm trying to, I swear in my head, I'm like, I know I've seen a picture, but I'm going through all the pictures in my head and I'm not finding one. So send it to me. Let me know. Let me know if you sent me a picture of with him with glasses. What's up, dog fan? I'm so happy you liked your cup. I can't wait for you to get that too. Everybody to get their damn cups. Jeez. That's the thing. It just says 1 year ago. I'm not, holy shit. Part 2? Whoa, dude. Holy shit. This thing's long. What the hell? And I apologize for the rough editing on the second half. I've been writing this up for several hours and will try to edit update more later. Holy jeez. Dude. Okay, this Okay, this has to be in response because yo, you don't write this much if you're just saying, "Hey, ask me anything." Yeah. I don't know what the date is. It looks like he's venting. It looks like he's venting in this AMA here. It has to be. If you wrote this much, it would have to be in response. Dog fan, we're wondering if anybody has a picture with BK wearing glasses. Because we watched something in the beginning of the episode about visual snow, which then got us on a conversation of what BK wears glasses, right? And then we're like, well, we think so, but wait. I don't know. Send me a picture if you have a picture of BK wearing glasses, because I swear I thought he did. People think he did. But I'm looking in my, I'm like going through all the pictures up here and I don't see him. So I think we all would like to see it. Yeah. I feel like, see what I mean, dog fan? Like, I feel like I've seen the pic too. I feel like I've seen the pic, but I'm just like, okay, no, I don't see it. Are you? Oh, it's crazy. Oh, Aunt B, and then you got trolls in there. CJ blocked me. It's like, come on, people. Other mods can see who blocked you, you fools. Oh, just because they don't like the show or whatever, Kick rocks. All right. Hello, so this has to be in response. It has to. With this long ass story, I got part 2 coming up. Is there a part 2? It said part 2, but then he said part 2 at the end of part 2, so I don't know. Is there a part 2? 2.2? What is it? Is there one out there? Let me know. All right, here we go. Oh my gosh. And I'm going to have to, hold on, let me get my phone so I can bring up a YouTube chat, because I can't see YouTube chat while I'm reading these pages here. Okay, we just got one screen. All right. The length stopped me from reading. Well, we're gonna read it tonight. Ask me anything is AMA. It's just too long of a fucking title, All right. Hello, my name is Inan Harsh, or Chef Dizzy. It's been a wild few days, and it seems like there's a lot of news, misinformation, conspiracies, and a lot going on about my existence right now. I'm sure many of you are curious about who I am and how I got here. I haven't had a very average life, and I'm sure to a lot of people my beliefs, lifestyle, and actions that have many will judge and consider immoral. But the truth is, I have a dream, a story, a perspective I'd like to share for whoever it may touch and help. I believe in 5 things: peace, harmony, freedom, love, and happiness. I truly believe this is something human existence can reach, but unfortunately greed and corruption has pulled us far away from that dream, and the consequences of such has impacting individuals across the globe daily. That's pretty well written, I have to say, honestly. The first paragraph, that's pretty well written. It's pretty well written, honestly. 29 at the time, I believe he was. Now 30. But first, I would like to send out love and empathy for the family of the victims, unheard of in this town and absolutely horrendous. I can't say I've ever lost a family member, but in many parts of my life I had to grow or survive in harsh environments, and I have lost several close friends and some I consider family. Many others are missing or probably never to be seen again. At one, many points in my life. Oh boy, this is going to be interesting. In my life, I was on my way to become one of them. Meditating on the murders and the suffering brings me to tears sometimes daily. One day, returning from work, I brought my neighbors some wine when they were having a small fire party outside just to meet them. Although it was a short visit, I remember how beautiful, friendly, kind, and joyful they were. So happy it instantly brightened up my day. I remember going inside and having an inspired long and sick flow before stretching and drilling. Kaylee, a sick flow. What the fuck? Kaylee, were the neighbors you wanted on Greek Row partying is expected. To imagine someone wanting to hurt them is beyond disbelief and so sick. See, he told the truth. He told the truth in Hidden True Crime. Oh, it was super brief. Although it was a short visit, I remember how beautiful, friendly, kind, and joyful they were. I'm sure. So happy it instantly brightened up my day. I remember going inside and having an inspired, long, and sick flow before stretching and drilling. What the fuck? What the fuck? What is that? What does that mean, you guys? What does that mean? So happy. I would have to ask him this question, like, bro, what the fuck did you mean when you said you had an inspired, long, and sick flow before stretching? Can you show us how that happens? Like, can you put the phone down? Can you like put the web camera over here? Can you show us what the hell is an inspired, long, sick flow before drilling and stretching? Like, what is that? I'm still trying to figure out what the hell he means. I don't know what he means. Angels, I love a sick flow guy. What does that even mean? I don't even know what it means. I'm serious. Like, I know, I know slang and all that shit, but I have like, to me, it's like you went into the studio. I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? Inspired, long, and sick flow before stretching and drilling. I don't know what that means. I'm thinking rapping, right, Brett? You're in the studio. You got all pumped up, you're all excited. You got some new neighbors. You get to peep, right? Yeah, we get to hang out. Nope. Super brief was all you got, motherfucker. But what the hell? You go back in. What'd you do? You go inside the apartment and you start like jumping up like Michael Jordan, fucking hitting the shot over Craig Elo or some shit. You're jumping up like this. Your legs are kicking out to the side. Yeah. Like, what do you mean, bro? Several days ago, when I thought I was over the sadness of losing those who only brought positive thoughts to me, bro. Short visit. You only met once. Yo, this sounds like, yeah, several days ago when I thought I was over the sadness of losing those who only brought positive thoughts to me. What were those thoughts, bro? When I went to check my mail, I saw the posting of their faces and started crying. I was listening to Fallen Soldiers by Cormega, Wu-Tang Represent. Oh, so he did go back in and have a sick flow before. Okay. And starting thing, not only of the recent murders, but all the friends I lost, and continued crying for hours. I went to work 3 hours later, tears still pouring from my face, trying to calm for my work duties. I could barely talk, and our grill cook could tell something was up, but I didn't know how to verbalize the feeling of losing a friend almost every other year. A feeling where you can't focus on anything but the suffering of losing a loved one, the energy burning in you like a fire causing cuts. Quote, I'm mainly a prep cook. To be lighting speed but sloppy. Lighting speed but sloppy. I remember almost cutting myself, using the anger, sadness, and other emotions to propel my movements. What? Remembering the kindness of those now gone, and in this case, who had such a bright, happy, and free future. Kaylee, Zaina, and her boyfriend, those are the only three I remember, but I know all are amazing, so he didn't remember Maddie. What? What? Right here, Kaylee, Zaina, and her boyfriend. Those are the only three I remember, but I know all are amazing. He didn't know Maddie? If you're such good friends, you think you would know the best friend of the girl that that brought you all this joy and happiness. That's interesting. I never knew that. Like I said, I'm just now getting into it. Huh. We're real ass human beings to lose them in such an incredulous lose. Okay. I hope the family members find comfort in grief and heal fully with time, positive prayers and thoughts, and encourage them to try and spend their time on whatever activity brings them joy and or comfort, and from my hippie roots to try and spend time with nature as it heals all wounds. I ain't gonna lie, nature is a beautiful thing. This is interesting. I don't know if anybody knows the date of this. This is oh man. I'm just sitting in the studio, Come on, man. Deborah, ticket number 82. Thank you. And to get to you, babe. While I don't normally support police, I understand them and don't think there's some really, and I do think there are some really well-intentioned and good ones in the forces, but I've met a few. And in this case, I do support the homicide department and hope the perpetrator is found and justice is served. While I believe in freedom, there's a line you do not cross, and once you cross that line, it is time to move on to the next physical existence. What the fuck? Once you cross that line, it is time to move on to the next physical existence? What does that mean? Next physical existence, that means this physical existence is gone. What are you, a goat next? Are you a chicken? Like, what are you talking about, dude? While I believe in freedom, there is a line you do not cross. And if you cross that line, it is time to move on to the next physical existence. I'm looking up to see if the fucking sky's above me or if there's an actual ceiling here. I don't know where in the hell I'm at here. I hope the family members are close relatives can find peace no matter what the outcome becomes. This is intriguing. I'm not going to lie. I have faced many near-death experiences. I've lived a reckless life, especially in my youth. I've done pretty much whatever I want my entire life. At the same time, I have always believed in compassion, morality, ahimsa, ah- ahimsa. I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with that word. Ahimsa. I probably butchered it. And being the best version of yourself, I have had a lot of struggles with insecurities, incredibly naive and optimistic, and extremely different, and lots of times misunderstood. Yes, I'm already misunderstood, bro, and I'm like 4 paragraphs in, yo. Sometimes, but hey, I'm misunderstood too, you know. Sometimes when I think about those I lost, I ask myself, why not me? But I know that's stupid, and while I'm not really religious, I do believe in purpose and destiny. Being here free and alive today, despite many odds, I truly believe I have something to offer to the world. And I looking at what's happening globally, and it brings me to tears to see how much suffering sentient beings are chronically experiencing. Okay, bro, I have a probably because I didn't go to college. I don't have a degree. I have a story to share, and I think it's one that can touch people in meaningful ways and raise awareness of a lot of the problems in the world that many people do not see. Hopefully, this will reach out to those who can use, quote, or those just curious. The it should have been before the quote. Hopefully, this will reach out to those who can use it, quote, or those just curious, and make positive, meaningful changes in this world. All right, I'm going to take just a small break so I don't get too far back in the comments here. What's up, Dolphin? What are we? Right, Megan? Ticket number 80. What are we getting into here? What is this here? This is some weird shit. Reincarnation. I don't know. Maybe who knows? Maybe Chef Dizzy will be a hamster next. I don't know. Can you imagine, man, can you imagine the kind of money a hamster doing all them fire things? That shit. I got a bunch of pictures. Oh, sweet. Let me know where you sent them. Can you see age? No, AG. I don't know. Can you, AG? I can't. I don't know. I mean, I'm telling you, when I watched that interview in earlier show, I'm like, yo, this dude is saying all the shit that I'm thinking this incel at Queen Road would be doing, like 100. I just can't see him pulling it off. I just can't do it. I can't see it. I just can't see it. Yeah. Oh, geez. Something. I don't know. I'm sure we're going to get into it. The way he writes is how I know he is. Oh, what? No way, Doc. Are you serious? Really? We got to have a convo sometime. I would love to talk to you about this. Even if it's outside of the show. That's interesting. Cuz see, I thought Papa was part of the I thought Papa was one of the LE members. Because I always thought the mainstream media, their sources close to the investigation and all that stuff, I always thought that it was somebody in the investigation putting shit out there to get BK guilty in public opinion before shit even came out in trial. So that's interesting. I would love to have a conversation about that. I never thought of that. I'm definitely going to explore that. I'm going to take a look back again now that I'm getting into this Inan stuff. Because I went through Papa Rodgers stuff too, so. I'm going to have to, yeah, as we kind of get into these, I'm going to kind of have that approach as well. I'm going to kind of see. That's an interesting point of view. Yeah, exactly. It was deleted after he was already in jail, so that's why I was thinking it was after that I started to think it was somebody within LE that was also feeding News Nation and all these other, your Jennifer Coffendoffers and things like that, where they were claiming claiming about this or that. Next thing you know, it's like, yeah, that's not true. I'm telling you, right? It'd be like a Disney movie. It'd be like a Disney movie, a hamster that runs around and has like fire sticks, I'm serious too, Doc. I would love to have a conversation about that off or on a show. Because I never thought about it from that angle. Probably because I don't know, maybe because I never checked out the Inan shit until now. That might be why. Really, Crime Solver? Huh? Look at that, Nina. Papa Roger is a female. Interesting, AG. Dang. Man. I would, that'd be sweet to have because like even with AG thinking that, it'd be interesting to have a show where I would have some of you guys on panel if you guys would be comfy and we could have a Papa Roger show and we can hear everybody's opinion on who they think Papa Roger was and why. That'd be a compelling show, I think. Papa Roger's panel, We'll have a show and everybody's opinion about Papa Rogers, who they think Papa Rogers was, why. That'd be a really interesting show. That's what I was thinking, Katrina. But I mean, these other angles, I'm definitely like, huh, that's interesting. Yeah. Purple Haze. I don't think he is. Very smart, but not smart enough. Man, you guys are intriguing me. Holy shit. I'm wanting to set up a show like this now. You guys are... his profile would match Papa. That is true, too. What's up, Angela? Thank you for hopping in. Huh. Dang. Reach out to me if you guys, anybody that would be interested, reach out to me. And if we have, I would love to have a show one night, maybe on the weekend or something. We could do it like a Saturday night or something. We could get together on a Saturday night for a few hours and just have a panel discussion, and each person can talk about who they think Papa is and why. Man, that'd be really interesting. All right. Let me see here. So now this is in here. If you want the link to this is Inan Harsh's Ask Me Anything. Is he even doing shows anymore? Is Inan even doing shows anymore? I would like to talk to him. But before we go further, I'd like to share a meditation I have personally found very powerful in my healing process. I couldn't find the book, but it is from Tibetan Heart Yoga. It is a book my mother gave me that I took for granted and let slip my gaze for almost a decade. Growing up homeschooled to high school, where'd you get your vocabulary from? Is that how your parents talked? Growing up homeschooled up to high school, I had a very different youth than most people in this country. I was very close to my mother, but grew distant over the years. My mother faced a lot of suffering and death in her life as well. Her mother passed in her only 20s and had a deep respect for all life, which is sacred, nature, and compassion, which eventually was inherited in my life. She always had a high focus on meditation, yoga, healthy local cooking, and being at peace. It was the respect and desire to be in harmony with all the living things in nature and following her ideals, no matter the social status and monetary consequences, that saved my life over and over. With that said, there are two parts. Part 2 is only to be done after a successful one. Okay. It used to be easy for me, but I have not been as consistent with my practice, and rarely do I ever make it part 2 these days. When I do, it usually brings me to tears. So that's probably why. Oh, that says part 2 right here. We'll finish part 1 real quick. Part 1, the perfect 10, sit on a pillow or the floor, which is ever more comfortable. So this is a yoga. So we're learning yoga. Okay. The perfect 10, sit on a pillow or the floor, whichever is more comfortable, in a hold for 15 minutes. Erect your spine as if someone is pulling you up through the top of your string. Slightly tilt the chin down, relax the shoulders, palms up, and knees centered on hips. Relax the rest of the body while staying erect in the spine. On the end of an exhale, pull your stomach in, engaging your core, creating your Uddiyana. Preferably with your eyes closed or mostly shut. Relax your mind and just concentrate on your breathing. The more experienced, practice makes permeant, not perfect. The longer you breathe will be, the longer your breath is, the less you will feel stress, anxiety, and worry. But for now, allow a few normal breaths and observe. Now it is time to start. Count rounds of breaths up to 10 with 5 to 10 seconds. Each inhale in 5 to 10 seconds, even though. If any thought crosses your mind, start over. When you reach 10, you move on to part 2. Part 2 is a fucking... Are we learning more yoga? I don't want to learn more yoga. I don't know. I don't know. If he comes across it, I'd love to have him chit chat or whatever. I don't understand this shit. I don't understand. Yeah, I know. If you guys want to see this, here's my read through of Inside Looking. This is an oldie too. This is when I did the read through of it. This was back in, oh my gosh, let me see. I don't even remember. It's the freaking notifications on YouTube. Where is it? Right here. Yeah, here's the link for this. It's like 3 hours long, I think. That was Let's see. Okay, so this is... Oh, it's actually on 1/1/23 is when we did the original read-through. And this, I think, was a replay of it. 1/1/2023, we did the read-through of Inside Looking. What's up, Teresa? Thank you for hopping in. Teresa, do me a favor and reach out to me again because I lost the info for the coffee cup. If you could do me a favor, DM me again, please. I lost the info for the coffee cup. Man, this is interesting about this. What's up? What's up? He moved to San. Yeah, but he moved back. So he moved back to San Francisco because he moved back from San Francisco back to Moscow. He's back in San Francisco. Oh. Huh. That's interesting. Yeah. Step away from... I don't want to learn about yoga. I thought this was in response to something. That's why I'm thinking the incel theory at Queen Road. If anybody doesn't know that one, here's this is from a couple weeks ago, and I use my footage with it as well. I use my real footage to kind of explain what I mean. The incel theory at Queen Road Apartments, that back lot. When I was in that back lot, I'm telling you, that's a perfect opportunity for... It's just, I don't know. What's his parents' address? What's the front door? Excuse me. Yeah, thank you, Teresa. I apologize. I lost it. Oh, thank you, Angela. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yes, they did say a ceiling fan. I'm doing good. I hope you are too. I thought he was still in Moscow. Yeah, right. That'd be some crazy shit. Wake up in the morning and you guys are doing fucking push-ups and jumping jacks and all fitness with CJ and shit. Come on. Yeah, right. Ain't nobody trying to do that shit. I'm trying to drink coffee. Wake up. Interesting, though. But he stayed gone for a month. I guess you have to come back when you have been subpoenaed. Yeah. Yeah, I thought he... So then he... Wasn't he under... He couldn't say shit, right? When he was subpoenaed? What's up, Ann? How are you? 1111? What is that? But we've also... No. Yeah. That... I probably, like... I guess that probably would be good because you're supposed to, like... Because, like, some people are like, oh, man, I love... Even, like, playing your shows at night because the voice helps me like doze off, you know. Maybe that would be a good. All right, now breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right? Next thing you know, everybody's. All right, now turn to the right for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. 5, 6, 2, 1. Yeah, I remember driving. Okay. Johnson, Washington. Mm. Mm. One Moon Mama D. Mary. And 0. Calm app series. Yeah. What's up, Moonlight Rays? Steve W. Ticket number 89 from snowy South Dakota. Yeah, no, I'm familiar because when I went out to Moscow and Pullman, I did the PCA drive. Didn't get pulled over for it and didn't have half a dash in it. And I did it a year exactly after the crime. And I remember Johnson. Yeah, trying to like, oh my gosh, that PCA is so sloppy when it comes to the PCA route. It took a minute to put that damn thing together. Is visual snow an actual eye condition? That's a good question, but I think they were saying in the videos it has to do with the brain, right? Some scary stories. I'm still thinking of hamsters on fire, right? Wouldn't that be cool? Watch, Disney comes out with a movie now. Pixar will have something with a hamster that starts off as a little hamster that always was klutzy and then becomes this humongous fire stick guy, you know? Mama D, never heard of her. What? I don't send me a I'm not seeing nothing. Send me a link and I'll check it out. That's what I'm saying. And also, why would you take the route that you took to get to the scene of the crime when you could have taken the route that I took when I'm like, if somebody's going to get away with this crime, they're going to take Airport Road. Why would you drive all the way around Pullman in Moscow when you can literally take Airport Road and only be seen on minimal surveillance as you're going to the scene, and then you don't even, as soon as you turn right where that dispensary is on Airport Road or turn left, then you only have to go a couple street lights and then you turn right, swing around the Kibbe Dome and go to the property. So I don't understand all that driving around here earlier, before it took place either. Why do you think that Brian would have taken the route according to the PCA and not Airport Road? And also, why wouldn't he have taken that same airport road back? What's up, Cherry? Thai food. Thank you, Teresa. I appreciate you. Let me know the two colors you want too. CJ, just tell Inan you want to. No, I'm not doing that. 1111 true kind. Okay. I'm not telling him that. No, because possibly because Inan was with him and he dropped him off at his parents and then dropped him back off the next morning at 9 a.m. when Ellie was. It's interesting. I mean, I'm interested, Doc. Because I am about exploring all thoughts, theories, and opinions. I just don't see why somebody would drive all over the place, you know, when you can go to Airport Road. I drove it. So do you think yeah, Doc, we got to have a conversation sometime. Do you think it was him and frickin' Inan? Do you think they were doing a... I know it is interesting, right, Katrina? I want to... If you ever have time and you're comfortable hanging up some night, I would love to chill back and us just have a show and a conversation, man. It's crazy. I don't know. It's interesting shit for sure. Let me skim this real quick because I'm not trying to fucking learn yoga. Okay. Yeah. Now that your light is more brilliant, I'll let you guys read this. This is okay. Back to the story. Wow. So all of these paragraphs right here is teaching you yoga. Right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So now, and if you don't have the link to this, here's the link. I'll drop it again and I'll continue to drop it again here. That's interesting shit, though. I'd like to explore that side of it. I know. And that's what I was saying when we were watching that interview earlier. I'm like, damn, this is everything that the dude is, like my fucking incel at Queen Road Theory, everything that's this person does and is in their head and all this, like that's the fucking the shit for my video. But I can't see him. I don't know. I just can't see him. I don't know. I'm not saying it. It is intriguing. It's interesting, intriguing. I'm definitely would like to explore those other theories. It says a lot of let me see. A lot of information and misinformation has been dug up about me. Okay, so here's why there's a response. I don't know why there was yoga in there. A lot of information and misinformation has been dug up about me, and a lot of false media as well. The initial media came from a dope friend, Butthurt, and I'd like to share my version and set the record straight. Okay, I said my car was used in a robbery. My car was in a fucking mechanic shop. What? It said my car was used. My car was in a fucking mechanic shop at the time. Damn, whoa! He goes from talking about your flowers are bright and radiating expansive, brilliant light. Imagine diamonds emitting a beam of golden light, creating a concentrated ball of energy in the middle. And then all of a sudden, it said my car was used in a robbery. My car was in a fucking mechanic shop. Damn, dude. You go from fucking all like spiritual and rainbows and sun rays and fucking happy times and floating in bubbles and shit to all of a sudden fucking crash and smash and destruction. What the fuck? Now that both of your flowers are bright. What the hell? Fucking robbery. Fucking mechanic shop. 12 years ago, I was charged with second robbery with a stolen firearm, felony possession of mushrooms, MDMA, meth, and opiates. I think all charges were dropped, rightfully so, and I went to prison for possession with intent to deliver. I'd like to share what happened and how I got there. Damn, dude. A stolen firearm, felony possession, multiple substances, and it all got dropped? And then you just went with the intent to deliver. How in the hell did you get the stolen firearm dropped off your shit? Yo. Felony with 4 different substances, stolen firearm, 4 different substances, and intent to deliver. And all you walked away with was all charges were dropped and just intent to deliver one of the substances out of 4. And you had a stolen, not a firearm that wasn't registered, a stolen. Whoa. Bro. Tweet, right? 12 years ago, I was charged with second. Hold on a minute. Was this another time? Growing up, I was a very gifted student that I was able to excel with putting minimal time into activities. I found myself with a lot of free time. As a teen, I didn't really know what I wanted to do, nor did I have any concrete sense of purpose / destiny. I was a bit of an outcast socially, but also very mature, but also very childlike in my youth, and I ended up hanging with much older people. I was dating a 21-year-old at the age of 16. So, getting green was hard back then. I remember it always taking a long time. Quality half the time was ass, and your bags were pinched or stolen. I ended up knowing some people, so started hooking my friends up. After a while, I was tired of all the bullshit of second man shit, and I feel like I could do better. I partly did it to support my own habit. I partly did it because I was tired of seeing my friends and I ripped off all the time. I'm a believer in freedom and Einstein, and in particular, I believe the government should not play a role of a mother. People have to learn how to make their own decisions, and I believe all substances should be legal. So there's a safer and fairer space when it comes to substance. This would not only create pure, safer substances, it would also make them cheaper, than the people addicted to such substances wouldn't feel so alienated and would be more inclined to seek the help they need. If the shit's cheaper, no sir, they're gonna do it more. Like, hey guys, let's drop that's like telling the fucking public, hey guys, we're gonna lower the price of gas so you guys don't drive as much. Really? We're going to lower the gas so you guys don't drive as much. Do you think that's going to happen? What the hell? Yo, this is... Man, this is crazy. The way alcohol is not treated as a drug socially, but substances like MDMA that, while mostly party drugs also have clinical users, are treated like the devil. A few of my friends would have get-togethers every few months and have a rave. Back then was sketchy as fuck, and it was another market I wanted to change for my community. We were all paying 20, 25, 30. Dude, I can't believe you're typing all this shit in here. So on the weekend, I mean, you guys have the link if you want. Like, this is crazy. I can't believe he's like writing all this shit in here. So on weekends, I would wait for this is like the dude. Like, if you had this dude with you, this is like the dude that would like brag and get you fucking caught. You know, this fucking dumbass. So on weekends, I would wait for a curfew lady to call twice. Then I would climb out a window, ride to town, take a bus, and get back in time for school on Monday. Where was your mom? One weekend, a lot happened, and when I got back, I was napping at a homie's place when I was woken up. Dude, what are you doing? What the hell? Yo, you guys can here's the link. I'm still gonna continue, but geez, what the hell? Like, he's just going like, dude, shut the fuck up, right? What? I'm just reading this and I'm like, dude, shut up. Like, you're just, bro, it's not bragging, man. It ain't bragging. Like, I mean, dude. He said he followed and tried to stop me with the rolls clutched in my hand, so I started bashing on his head with my fist until he let go. His friend was right there. I remember looking at him, expecting him to try and help him, but I think he knew what was up, so he put his hands out and was like, I'm good. I ain't beef with you, bro. So I opened the back door and left. This piece of shit followed and jumped on me from behind, and I called for backup. My two friends, so this is after a substance. I mean, he just laid it all out, what he was doing. My two friends came running from the parking lot and held him back, knowing how he snitched and lied to the police to us when he wasn't even looking at getting arrested. Sometimes I think about how I should have beat the shit out of him. What? Because maybe you're calling somebody else a snitch so people don't look at you as a snitch, bro? Yeah, look at him. He's the snitch, right? What the fuck, dude? You're already fucking flapping. You know? You're already flapping. I wonder how much you talk, dude. Who in the fuck? Who says all this shit about the shit? You know? Like, like I said, he's one of those dudes that brags and gets people fucking caught up, thinking they're a bigger part. But as a pacifist, I had the substances, so we left. My neighbors heard a commotion and called the cops. We tried to throw everything from the house in the car and go out the side parking lot, but we missed a turn, and one of our teammates said something he shouldn't. and the police got probable cause, and then we all got fucked as this dude happened to have medical license, and he showed up trying to steal his that he also stole from us. They found the stolen pistol, boom 2 and boom 2nd. So he got charged twice. And he says, a part of me wishes I did shoot this piece of shit. Bro. But karma's a bitch and life goes on, and I don't have much luxury to spend a lot of the time with thoughts like that. Wow. I was in county for a week. They wanted a speedy trial after they found out I didn't rob this dude with a pistol and offered me 2 weeks for felony possession. My lawyer advised me to wait. The 16-year-old dumbass to me knew better and to take the 2 weeks, but I listened to my lawyer to try to get all the felonies off my records, and I ended up doing a year instead. Looking back, what a fucking joke. Oh my gosh, dude. For real? In the prison, I learned how to shoot up as well as how to be humble and grateful. What a fucking spectrum. Holy shit. What a spectrum from shooting up to being humble and grateful. So is he blaming his parents for having substance issues? The fact is, most of our society still lives on the laws our government has been feeding us for decades about substances as systematically way lowest income bracket populations and minorities are demographically contained in ways that make it hard to get out of poverty, violence, and drug abuse in their communities. It's heartbreaking to me. And you're coming from that, huh? Really? When I got out, I really didn't. Let me pause it real quick so I could see your guys' chat. What the hell? Well, we're going to be watching some of those in another show when he was on Truth and Transparency. We're going to be going through all the interviews. So this will probably be a multi-part show where we'll be splitting it up in between some other stuff because we're going to be going into all the interviews. And I know that there's, 2 of them that he did with her, not to mention amongst some other ones as well. Typically Unique, Ticket 94, thank you. This is crazy. Debray. It's not my fault this time. No, it's not. It's nobody's fault. This is great information. So when I got out, I didn't really have any plans because I didn't think it would I would make it past the age of 2024. Right, because you're a gangster. Right? Like you grew up on Chicago streets, right? Right. When I got out, I really didn't have any plans because I didn't think I would make it past the age of 20 to 24. But after prison, I started developing more addictive personality traits and became a bit more estranged. I started, oh my gosh, dude, what the fuck, man? What the fuck, dude? Now you're going into times that you were driving too fast, being a dumbass, and you almost got in a wreck because you were being a dumbass? Okay. After I was released, I went from 130 pounds to 180-ish. I fasted for 3 days and went vegan. Oh, wow. He went vegan too, huh? That's interesting. Up to the age of 18, at some point before going to prison for the second time, I decided just to run. I was living in a community in the mountains at that point and didn't see why I would leave or something would happen, but this dude came by to go up to Hemp Fest, and we slept in a park that night. The police came and saw I had a warrant for, and I got deported back to Washington. The Hemp Fest, before that, I ended up parking my car in the wrong spot where it got towed, and I dropped. Dude. What the what is... I'm just, you guys, again, I'll drop the link. I mean, you can, I don't know what, I'm not, yeah. My Lord. At some point, I hopped off and was taking, I mean, it all has to do with his own substance dealing, partaking, whatever. At some point, I hopped off and was walking on the tracks in a beach in a forest. Not too long, I noticed a plump Asian lady in a beautiful house with almost all see-through windows looking out. I had not succeeded, but I still felt peace. My goal was to walk until I no longer felt an inch of greed in my body and only peace. So I fasted, walked, and lit a fire on the tracks, using it as a blanket for the night. I remember reading a book in prison called The Moneyless Man, and it had motivated me to this very day. Motivated you enough to lay on some fucking tracks. Okay, bro. It's about a dude who sources all the problems of the world to money, and the only way to be the solution is to stop using it. But being reasonable and resourceful, he raised $1,000-ish in cash to get a tent, water, source food from co-ops that had to throw up food after certain dates, but were still good usually for a bit after. Well, where do you think all that shit came from? Something that was bought from money. So what's the point of not what's the point of not living, with money involved if you're gonna take shit that was made from fucking money? Well, no, get your ass on the fucking farm, eat the damn corn yourself. It's like Amish owning a fucking minivan and it's in somebody else's name. I'm just being honest. I'm from Amish country. Around the area. Anybody from Ohio, Akron. There's a lot of fucking Amish around there, north and south. I ain't saying anything that ain't fucking true. I even knew one of them that owned a fucking van that they paid for, and that was her job, was to take them around places. So please. After realizing how much I liked it, he wanted to make plans later to do it for a prolonged period of time. At some point after a few days, I remember reaching my goal, looking at a tree, feeling and also while breathing in the winds, looking towards on the water on the tracks and being able to feel every electrifying sensation of the wind throughout my whole body. I remember the feeling so good. For a moment, I glimpsed the thought of unaliving myself, knowing that once I re-entered civilization and society, I would never be able to experience something as... I know, because you're going to turn into a fucking hamster with fire sticks, bro. So you're not going to be able to re-enter civilization and society and be able to experience something as satisfying as something you just left. You're a fucking hamster now. Enjoy being 7 inches tall, buddy. I thought as we grow through there is always new realizations that allow us to reach new peaks. When I returned, I realized there were many others like me out here by choice. I never stopped, carried a sign. I remember as if by God everything was provided. One time I was just walking down Seattle, and this couple walking out of a restaurant looked at me with a box of high-end cuisine and stopped me and said, "Hey, you need this more than us," and eating the most yummy Asian noodles in my life. Wow, when they looked at you and said, you need this more than us. We don't need the doggy bag. Others showed me where the nonprofit kitchens were and taught me how to survive. Only the first few days were hard. At some point, I ran into some anarchists and squatted up for like a week. Eventually, I was braiding some hemp at a QFC, and this dude who had been eating there for a while looked at me and was like, "Yo, you want a place to stay?" And I was like, "Sure." We walked to Fremont from Capitol Hill, and he lived in a dope-ass place with every type of book of learning you could imagine. I spent my time there landscaping one of his projects he wanted to do and reading his books. We met his friends, and they were cool and introduced me to the Dalai Lama, not in real life. What? Whew. What's up, Tiffany? You know, like, right, Mary? I mean, it's nothing, but it's real. They pay other people to own vehicles to take them around places. Like, I dated one. You know what I mean? Like, I dated one. I'm like, damn, what makes you want to? I get paid really good. I'm like, well, fuck it, do it. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I'm like, wow, that's crazy shit. I always thought, but it was never confirmed. Yeah, man. I'm interested to hear your I'm interested to hear your thoughts. You too, AG, for real, both of you. I would love to have both of you guys on if you guys would like sometime. So he met the Dalai Lama, but not in real life. Another one of the books my mother got me was called How to Expand Love by the Dalai Lama. As a kid, it seemed really corny, but as I grew older, I became to realize how powerful of a book it was, along with Buddhism and the Dalai Lama. Throughout the years, I became please, no more yoga. Throughout the years, I became a big follower and spent most of my time reading and meditation on his concepts. However imperfect of an individual I am, I also came to realize that the dude on the street was just a hater, and I should pay people that know mine, which brought me a lot of peace as I rejoined society in an effort to help alleviate it of its suffering with whatever wisdom, skills, and teachings I could offer. So you went and struggled on the street so you could come back and spread the word of peace with wisdom and skills and teaching. Wow. Dude, I would love to talk to this guy sometime. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. I don't know if it was the best decision, but like, where did you get, like, talk to me about this AMA? You know what I mean? Like, where were you coming from? Like, was it nights of no sleep and you're just kind of like typing and deleting and typing and deleting and copying and pasting and removing this and putting it down here? And like, where, like, each paragraph, were you upset? Were you happy? Like, damn. I don't know if it was the best decision, but I believe, or tell it to make me feel better, that everything happens for a reason. I had warrants. I met my family in Seattle, went home and served my times, although I wonder what my life would be like if I had stayed living in Seattle, trying to learn and grow as much as possible. During one of my re-ups, oh my gosh, gave him a tour of Seattle and ended up randomly buying this book by Bikram called Bikram Yoga at this hippie shop downtown. The potency of its effects on my happiness, mood, health, and well-being were undeniable, and I ended up dedicated a big portion of my life to yoga. At many times, it was my only tool of survival in many of the constrained and restricted environment I had to learn how to grow in while everyone around me was drowning. But I was also really about the festival life. I grew up very connected to art and music, and the scenes I saw there were always where I wanted to be. I was at a festival one time yelling Molly and ended up, oh my gosh, okay. Yeah, you're a dumbass and you got busted. D- my gosh. this time I wanted to refocus on my art and life since it was becoming more and more apparent I wasn't going to pass when I thought. Years of surviving made me thrive to build a sustainable and healthy life for myself. I applied and went to Evergreen State. Setup orientation was the week after I got out of prison for the second time. How come I can't go to school? But motherfuckers out of prison can go to school. I went for fine arts and did music and dance composition. I ended up learning how much, like, where do they get all this free money? You know what I'm saying? I ended up learning how much I love. Jeez, dude. Yo, you're addicted to everything, bro. Holy shit. Met a girl similar to him. Dude. What the fuck? My lord. Whoa. Dude. What the fuck? Again, here's the link to this. More into I mean, you can see it on the screen if you want. Jeez. Yeah, reach out to me. Let me know. I would love to sit. I mean, hell, we could probably have a couple-hour conversation just about it itself. What the? I'm glad we're reading this before I start watching all these other interviews. Seriously. Yeah, 2 times. Yeah, when I read him and the girl, I instantly thought, Nina, does it end up like Jesse and what's her name in Breaking Bad? Because that's where my mind went when I read that he met a girl just like him and all this other shit, and then I just instantly thought of Jesse in Breaking Bad. I think it was, what, season 3? Sandra Ladd. This is crazy. Doc, like I said, I'm glad that I'm reading this before I go into all the interviews. For real. Yeah. Yeah, seriously. Give the whole thing a read. I'm not reading it all. I mean, geez, this is crazy. The biggest thing that happened to me at Evergreen, though, was a circus club. A super amazing, super cute girl pulled me aside one day to teach me some hoop tricks that bejeweled me into circus club, where I discovered contact staff and instantly fell in love. I remember at a festival. Dude, jeez, man. What the fuck? My gosh, talks about giving it up for a month, and then all of a sudden he's back to it. $600 a week, bro. He got hit by a truck. Wow, he got hit by a truck but got a $17,000 settlement. Guess what he probably did with that? All right. So it says right here. Jeez, this is crazy. This is crazy. Whoa, I know, right? Like, dude, like, yeah. What's up, Swamp Side? Ticket 99. Yeah, we'll be going into some of that towards the end of tonight's show, and some of it as we get into these Inan interviews too. Gosh. I'm glad we're going through this before we watch all these interviews and shit. Because I was going to watch one, kind of go through this, just hit on different parts. But damn, I'm like, you know what? Let's just go ahead and, in my mind, I'm like, I'll just go ahead and read through the whole damn thing. It's pretty lengthy. We'll just go ahead and read through it. And then we'll get into some of these interviews and some of the rest of this private driver stuff. But I'm just like, damn. I'm glad we read this shit. This is crazy. So it says right here, the last few paragraphs, and then we're done, okay? It says right here, on the night of the crime, I'm sure there's some discrepancies. First, I got home a little late because I was talking to one of my coworkers after work. When I went home, it was pretty normal. I made some tea, did some drills, and I think I played a game of laughing out loud. What? What does that mean? And I think I played a game of laughing out loud? What the fuck does that mean? When I went home, it was pretty normal. I made some tea, did some drills, and I think I played League of Legends? Okay. I don't play that shit. Okay. I went to bed and heard nothing out of the ordinary. When the cop knocked on my door the next day and asked if I'd heard anything, I was like, no, nothing unusual. I didn't know there was a murder, so... What? I didn't know there was a murder, so small details like a faint scream in the distance. One of my neighbors getting home, closing their car door, closing. Oh, so is this where the hidden true crime probably was like, oh, we need to talk to this guy because he heard screams. I noticed I was quoted as heard a screaming. Oh, wait, this is not true. I heard a scream. So not screaming, he heard a scream. Faint and party-like to my half-asleep eyes. But you said up here that you heard nothing out of the ordinary. So it was a party scream, not a scream of danger. Okay. So to be clear, there's probably at least 5 screams every Saturday. Even on dead nights, you'll probably hear at least someone making loud sounds at some point. Small detail, but in this situation, I think screaming and a scream are very different, and small details matter like this with all the internet sleuth and conspiracies around. So why don't you just say a party scream and not a distress scream? Because when you say scream, people are going to automatically think, I mean, come on, dude. Play chess, not checkers. Some of you are wondering what stick juggling is, and I'd love to share. I'm at a point in my practice where I will start offering services, fire shows, and lessons. I'm going to start a free YouTube channel on learning fundamentals along with a cooking show. If you'd like to see more about what's going on in my life, I'd love it if you'd stay tuned. I actively avoid social media, but I have a public IG staff junkie. And that I haven't updated in years because I'm lazy when it comes to video uploading and editing, but I'll work to add some more recent videos of what I've been doing with triples. I mostly work towards 4 right now. And with that, we can begin the AMA. P.S. I apologize for the rough editing on the second half. I've been writing this up for several hours and will try to edit update later. 299 comments. Locking the thread. So let's see. Let's go. We'll just go top. I want to read them all. We'll just go new. That'll give us all the from old to new. So we should go old. Let's go old. Old to new. Hold on, let me get to chat here. Yeah, this is interesting. It's all very strange. Very, very, very strange. I don't know. What's up on Cloud9? Ticket 100. This is crazy. I'm telling you. Crazy shit. Yeah, he was on, I think it was like 5 different YouTube channels he was on. I think it was like 5 of them. Speaking of the new Freeze clothing right there. Freeze. Let's see. I actually don't want to know anything else about you, and I think it's ill-advised that you drew attention to yourself and are continuing to do so. You obviously don't have an attorney. Get one. and get off Reddit and other social media until this whole thing is solved and blows over. In my opinion, they drew attention to me. I'm trying to do something positive with this opportunity. I think there's a lot of misunderstanding and judgment in the world, and more people need to talk about how we got here and what needs to change so we can progress. Response: I think you should stop while you're ahead. Referring to 4 unsolved homicides as an opportunity for you to do something is disgusting and self-serving. Damn! As someone who people are spreading lies about online, I think I have the right to have my voice and story hold separate from the media. That is free speech. I'm not even trying to sell you something. He didn't say that. You literally went to the media after changing your story to tell them you heard screams. You were grasping at straws, trying to stay relevant in a homicide case where 4 people are passed. That's why I didn't pay attention to him ever since. Changing stories. Look, your heart may be in the right place, and as a former homeschooled gifted kid with weird social skills, I feel for you, but posting so much personal and odd info about yourself isn't an opportunity for your brand. It's making you Reddit's new prime suspect. Please, for the love of all things, stop making yourself a target. This could go so incredibly wrong for you. Get an attorney and stay out of the public eye until this case is solved. Honestly, my brain is screaming warnings for you right now. Lay low. I know, after I read all that shit, I'm like, yo, what are you fucking saying all this shit for, dude? For real. Sorry, I gotta get rid of all these damn notifications on YouTube. They're just going crazy. Let's see here. Knowing at least personally one of this area's homicide police, I know they don't let dumbasses in, and I have faith in the detectives on this. I don't think they are dumb like most people think. Whatever conspiracy Reddit has holding up in court is ridiculous. So he's stating Idatawhenyousleep is his fucking name? That's weird. Idatawhenyousleep is his name? Knowing at least the personality of Redditors, when the hippie festival folk are telling people to follow less conspiracies, you've really fucked up. All jokes, man. These people just take everything too far. I'm glad you posted this. It'll take them days to read this much and think out of their profile of you, since they think they are on this case. This is the best advice, Inan. I really suggest you take it. The internet is a brutal place, and I think you're way over your head here. You never know who's going to end up showing up on your doorstep with ill intentions. It's clear you've been through a lot in your life, and I wish you the best for your safety. I would just lie low and not bring any more attention to yourself. This post reeks of opportunism and grandiosity, considering you spent 1 paragraph on the victims and the next 8 chapters on you, your YouTube, and your Instagram. That's a great comment right there. This 100, what? How's the stick juggling going? Pretty well, always struggling to find time, but I've been getting some cool grid tutting, like multi-folding patterns in my quadra work, and it's been feeling really good. What the fuck, dude? So I used to have a neighbor who does fire juggling. Must be a certain type of folk who are into that some sort of thing, because you have very similar vibes. The fuck? Dude just wrote an essay. Right, an AMA with lit, no questions. He wrote a damn too many people have asked me for my autobiography, so here it is. Enjoy. Too many people have asked you for that, really? Right? Giggly face. So many people have asked him for his autobiography. Ticket 101. What's up, S.J. Howard? Thank you for hopping in. What the hell, yo? Good vibes. What's up? This is crazy. Yes, I know. I can't wait. I can't wait to have a conversation, Doc. I would love to have you on the show whatever night you would like to. Just reach out and let me know, and it's yours, whatever night. Man, this is crazy shit. And it's true. Like, he had one paragraph about the victims, and the rest was like, bro. Three years. Yeah, I'm going to get through some of these questions some more. And then I'm going to end up clicking on that and saving it too. This is freaking nuts, man. I'm so glad that we went into this. I'm so glad that we went into this before we started getting into these interviews, because it's going to totally... Oh, man, I feel like... I don't know. Maybe... I'll just watch the one that we watched this morning. I'll just watch my own replay with the shit that we... So if you didn't watch earlier show, or if you did, this is the first time you're hearing this shit on Reddit, watch the previous show again while we're listening to that interview, or watch the interview Hidden True Crime without my replay or whatever. Yeah, this is crazy. How did Chef Dizzy become your nickname? My nickname growing up was less fun because my last name rhymes with a okay. I don't understand why you'd even write that. Really? Oh my gosh. Because Chef Dizzy came because he used to grow a bunch of plants. What the hell did we walk into tonight, everybody? What the hell did we walk into? he said, this is weird, right? And he's, by most standards, probably. From my perspective, the world's a pretty crazy place right now, so nothing can really be too unexpected. And he goes, yeah, but why? This is weird, man. You're offering stick juggling lessons. Can someone please explain to me, of all of the things the moderators censor, why a guy is able to come on here and exploit a quadruple murder to offer stick juggling lessons? Wow. I mean, kinda, yeah. I skimmed it, and there's a mention of M. Might explain it. As long as he's innocent and not wasting time from investigators, then I'm not too worried about this. Just like Dot, you know? There's no way they're going to let Dot walk out of that office. Yeah, that would do it. I also skimmed, but I didn't see that part. Moscow Standard, no. This is the U of I experience, I remember. Buying green from stinky weirdos who talked about hitchhiking and barter fairs all the time. What the hell? I'm not reading all that. I'm happy for you. Wait, who even is this guy? The neighbor's supposedly not sure why he thinks we need his life story or how it ties into the homicides, though. I mean, I'd like to think, if Mod's allowed the post to stand, that his identity is truly verified, and this is actually Inan. Harsh agree completely that this is a weird time and place to feel like it's appropriate to tell your life story. Okay, fine, but how is life and story and... All right, let me scroll back up here. I'm going to click on the best. I mean, there's so many. We could be here all night reading these, and I'm sure you could be too. Here's the link to this again. I'll get to your chat real quick. We'll see what we have for some of the best ones, and then we'll switch to something else here before we end the evening. What the hell, man? What the hell? Good night, typically. This shit is... I'm an old hippie and not afraid of much, but his stretching thick flow and he freaks me. Oh my gosh, right? What the hell? What did we walk into? Best. What the fuck? Oh shit, this is awesome. I laughed so loud I woke up my husband. My exact thoughts. Oh shit, already took my melatonin and I just know I'm going to have the weirdest fucking dreams. Oh my gosh. He said, my fingers hurt from scrolling, looking through comments for recaps. Now shout out to whoever actually reads this. You're a real one. Thanks in advance. I'm not reading all that. I'm happy for you, though. Y'all thought NPR put us on the map and Chef Dizzy just self-published his autobiography on our site. And straight to the comments, I get a summary. You oddly made this about yourself. Precisely this main character syndrome. At first glance, I think he's read a lot of things that people were saying based on the article he was quoted in and trying to be as transparent about who he is as a person to counteract the negative stigma. I think his response could have been shorter, but I think the TMI and over-explanation aspect of it kind of shows authenticity. But I think that can be a flag for deception also. We know for sure he's being investigated proper after this book he put out. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's liking the attention. And you can guarantee Dot was properly investigated to the story. When she first told, or he first told Ann Taylor. And walked into the office without having a business card, and they just letting that person walk out. They let you walk out because your story was bullshit. That's why they let you walk out of the cop shop, Dot, because your story was bullshit. That's why they said, okay, we'll call you back. The news actually somehow made this about me. I'm just here to clarify what has been said and speculated about me online. Lost in looking. What happened? There is something Inan Harsh mentioned. Oh, jeez. Did you see or do you know with... Did you see or do you know anyone with a white Hyundai Elantra? Is that a car you've seen? I don't think so. I feel like I've seen an Elantra a few times over the years, but I don't remember the color. He wasn't asking over the last few years. He was asking like there during the crime. And you know the color, white or light colored. So this shit's funny. All right, let me click on this real quick. Yes, I'm over 18, so we're going to share this. Idatawhenyousleep. What the fuck? Oh, you guys. I hope you guys were entertained tonight. I sure as hell was reading this shit. Idatawhenyousleep. What's up, Nina? 107 bitches. I am not wearing yoga clothes. It's not happening. I am not. Speaking of everybody, like earlier today, I'm not going to be on tomorrow morning. I'm probably just going to work on the store or something. And maybe possibly Friday too. I know they weren't working on the weekend, so I know I'll be able to be on during the weekend during the daytime, but I'm not sure about tomorrow and Friday, or it could be even Monday. But I will be on in the evening. I can do my show, but when I tried to do a show this morning with all the shit going on next door with the restoration crew doing the repairs and everything, it was so hard to concentrate. It was so damn loud. And it was just every time I'm sitting here, even if I have my noise canceling headphones, I'm sitting here and it's just like constant earthquakes going off the whole fucking day, and it just totally is completely distracting. So tomorrow I'm just going to go ahead and take advantage of that. I won't be here in the morning, maybe possibly Friday, but I'll let you guys know depending on how tomorrow goes. And then I'm just going to go ahead and take that time to get the store ready. Speaking of the store, got the first one done, the freeze of 2024. So we'll be having the store up here coming up soon. And I can't wait to show you guys the clip-on fry t-shirt. I'm going to be showing you guys that t-shirt coming very, very soon. The clip-on fry t-shirt. It's going to be exciting. I am not wearing yoga. No. Not wearing yoga. That's crazy. No, I'm not done now. We're still going for a while. There's some other things we're going to get into. How many people? Let me see. Maybe we'll rewatch. Was anybody here this morning? Because maybe I'll just rewatch that interview tonight. So here is Idatawhenyousleep. Let me see what else we got here real quick. Let me see. This was 404 mark. This talks about something. So this is... What is this? So College Hill is produced in cooperation with Pullman Police Department and follows Pullman Police Department Officer Willis with the intention of capturing genuine and entertaining reactions. I don't know if I can play this. Okay, so I'm going to skip to this part right here. I'm not sure. Here, let me get the channel. Film Stitch. Let me share this. This has something to do with this has something to do with something here. Hold on one second. Here's the link for this channel. Let me see. Film Stitch. So here's the channel. This is the video. Yikes. Hold on. We're going to go to this part right here. So officers, let me see, 3:30. So officers responded to a physical altercation outside a fraternity house.
So there's a lot going on right now.
I understand that, but
He's gonna get some tickets tonight.
are you in?
I am.
Okay. Were you at my program last week?
Officer Willis. Yes.
Yep. What did I tell you in that program?
Sorry.
Come on, man. It's cold. I wouldn't be out here unless I had to be.
I'm not wearing a shirt on this. I'm
a cloud chaser. I just want to be on film for the Officer Willis show. You know what I mean?
I'm a cloud.
You're on it.
on it. I'm excited. I'm here.
A cloud chaser. That's the first time I've heard that.
Proper response for an injury accident in the area 1560 Northeast Brandy Way, The Grove. Time now 23:41.
Whoa, hold on a minute. What? The same night of the crime, shortly after midnight. Hold on a minute. What?
3:41. First party witness. Patients are lying on the ground screaming.
6-3, got 2 patients laying on the ground. What response do you have? Medics coming. Home at 481, we've got a damaged fire hydrant. We're going to need somebody to come out from water to try to seal it off.
So we had a caller call in and.
Oh, this is about this is about what happened outside BK's apartment. That's right. This is what happened outside BK's apartment because it's going to talk about the fire hydrant. And is this from you, Misha Girl? Yeah. So this has to do with, thank you, appreciate that. Thank you everybody for your links and your information. And whatever we don't get through tonight, we'll definitely get through in the next show as well. This is okay. This is the same. So this has to do with the hit and run that took place outside of his apartment the same night, shortly after midnight. Is that why he went driving around? Because that shit happened and he couldn't get no sleep? I'm sorry if, yeah, this is Pullman. But this is outside BK's apartment. If you guys remember, there was a hit and run that took place the same night, right out in front of his apartment at the fire hydrant, and I can go back to my footage. Let's see, where's it?
For an injury accident in the area 1560 Northeast Brandy Way, The Grove. Time now 23:41.
So I can show you with real footage here exactly when it comes out.
First party witness. Patients are lying on the ground screaming.
6-3, got 2 patients laying on the ground.
Lying on, that had to be a loud ass fucking sound. Somebody hitting a fucking fire hydrant, and you got.
What response do you have? Medics
wow,
coming.
you can.
Home at 481, we've got a
damn
damaged fire hydrant. We're going to need somebody to come out from water to try to seal it off.
So we had a caller call in and report that a vehicle struck 2 pedestrians, almost hit a third,
What?
struck a fire hydrant, and then left the scene. We had officers and obviously the ambulance respond to the scene, discovered 2 people that had been struck by what we determined later to be a large dark-colored SUV. Those people were both transported to the hospital. I believe they should recover from their injuries.
Dark-colored SUV. I wonder if it had rims and pimped out.
A third person jumped out of the way, or they would have been struck as well. The
Wow.
fire hydrant, we had to have the city come shut it off. It was actually about to erode an entire hill based on the quantity of water coming out of it. There was also like a partial electrical box that had been struck.
406.
406.
I located the vehicle on California Street near Monroe, Lake Washington. It's unoccupied, I've got the substantial damage, particularly front right, missing grille, as well as yellow paint transfer from the hydrant.
Officers later found the vehicle involved at a different location, and we ended up arresting somebody that we believe conducted the hit and run, and we conducted a DUI investigation on that individual as well. Please do not drink and drive. If you need a ride, there's Cougar Safe Rides. Call a sober friend, call college cabs, find some other way. Worst case scenario, walk. If you call us, we will call resources for you to try and get
1560 Northeast Brandyway, The Grove, time now 2341. First party witness. Patients are lying on the ground screaming.
6-3, got 2 patients laying on the ground. What response do you have? Medics coming. Home at 481, we've got a...
Oh my gosh. Oh man. 2 out of
damaged fire hydrant. We're going to need somebody to come out from water to try to seal it off.
So we
this area does not look familiar to me when it comes to BK's apartment.
So we had a caller call.
Got a damaged fire hydrant. We're going to need somebody to come out from...
Trying to remember.
water to try to seal it off.
So we had a caller call in and report that a vehicle struck 2 pedestrians, almost hit a third, struck a fire hydrant, and then left the scene. We had officers and obviously the ambulance respond to the scene, discovered 2 people that had been struck by what we determined later to be a large dark colored SUV. Those people were both transported to the hospital. I believe they should recover from their injuries. A third person jumped out of the way or they would have been struck as well. The fire hydrant, we had to have the city come shut it off. It was actually about to erode an entire hill based on the quantity of water coming out of it. There was also like a partial electrical box that had been struck.
406.
406.
I located the vehicle on California Street near Monroe, Lake Washington. It's unoccupied. I've got the substantial damage, particularly front right, missing grille, as well as yellow paint transfer from the hydrant.
Officers later found the vehicle involved at a different location, and we ended up arresting somebody that we believe conducted the hit and run, and we conducted a DUI investigation on that individual as well. Please do not drink and drive. If you need a ride, there's Cougar Safe Rides. Call a sober friend, call college cabs, find some other way. Worst case scenario, walk. If you call us, we will call resources for you to try and get you a ride as well. Just whatever you do, don't drink and drive because it does affect people on the roadway.
Wow. That's crazy. No, remember you guys, they had some roads blocked off. Let me see something here. I'm going to go to my videos. Let's go to my footage. I'm going to go to his place and I'm going to see where in the hell this would have taken place. Let me get rid of this. Let me blow this up. Hold on. Let me pause it real quick. Let me get rid of this shit that's going to block it. All right. See, no dash, people. No dash. Where's this damn fire hydrant? I don't see one yet. Was it back? This one? No, that's not a fire hydrant. Um, Is it that? That one right there? There's a fire hydrant. Right to the left. Oh yeah, Lynn. Anytime. The clearest. No dash. Nobody getting pulled over. Yeah, look behind this comment here to the left there. That's the fire hydrant. Let me see here. Let me look it up on Google Maps. Thank you, Caddy. Let's see something here. I'm going to find out exactly where it is and if I have it on footage or not. Let me see. 156 Northeast. No, I never went up that way. I think I did. Actually, you know what I did, but I didn't. Because I did accidentally turn right one time that I was there. One time I turned right on accident. And, so I'm going to have to go through my other footage and see if I, all right, so let me see here. So this goes back to where, okay, so when we're looking at the footage, okay? So when we're looking at this right here, if it's going to share it, this right here, see how it's the curvy road? This is what we're looking at on Google Maps, okay? So now that you guys know where we're located on Google Maps, now we're going to head this way. So it says 1560 Brandy. Brandy Way. That one? Well, I don't know. That's kind of far. It's not going to be like it's not going to be as loud as two vehicles crashing in together. Now that's fucking nuts. This would be more like, how could a car even hit that though? That can't be it. Because it would just barely bump the fucking fire hydrant with them cement poles there. That one? Okay, so maybe it's... I bet it's that one. But that looks like a bike path. That don't look like a frickin' hit and run unfolded outside. Thank you, Caddy. Hit and run. Does this have a video with it? Let's see. It's been revealed around 11:40. The apartment, what? The apartment complex which houses mainly graduate had been a home to Mr. In front of the apartment complex. So it's referring to the apartment complex. The driver. Serious injuries. So a female was arrested. Well, just because you turn left out of your apartment instead of turning right, you can still hit Airport Road turning left. I did Airport Road. That's interesting. That's not... I'm sorry. When we're looking at the frickin' map view... I mean... I don't know. When you're talking... Get off my damn screen, the frickin' address thing. When we're talking... Let me pull up Google... Google Earth. That'll be better. All right, so 15. All right, so we're going to drop in here. 15. So this is Koberger's apartment right here, okay? Koberger's apartment is right here. So from basically here would be his bedroom window. And there, 771 feet. I don't know. I don't know about that. Yeah, 1560 Northeast Brandy Way. Yeah, I don't know about... You might have heard something, but Now, if it was like two cars, I'm sure two cars smashing together would probably have a huge reverberation effect, audio wise. But when you're just hitting, it'd be more like a thump. So I don't know. I'm sure he heard about it though. Oh, I'm being covered up again. I'm sure he heard about it though. Let me see. Where was I at? All right. Let me see if we have any new documents real quick. I highly doubt it, because usually they drop by now, but I'm just going to double check. And then we'll get into a couple other things. Let's see. 1-5. Nope, that's the last. Again, I'm still thinking. All right, let me save this Reddit. I'm just saying, I've hit a I've hit a fucking fire hydrant before. Straight up. It went. It made my whole fucking. It looked like a U. It looked like a damn U. And I'm telling you, I went boom, and I just straight up stopped. And then I was in a buddy's. He was driving a Suzuki Samurai, and he hit a freaking fire hydrant with that damn thing. It doesn't create a lot of sound, one might think. It does not create a sound, one might think. Throw that up there, and I'll throw this up there too. It does not create a sound, one might think. So that is the fire hydrant. But that's not the fire hydrant that's at 1560 Brandy Way. That's the fire hydrant that's in his apartment complex. That's not the same one. This one right here is the fire hydrant. Brandy Way, which would be right there. So these are those apartment complex. Brandy Way, Grove, whatever. But the fire hydrant is right there. That's a lot of distance. That's quite a bit of distance. Drop your Google, man, at 11:22 for a quick minute. All right. What'd they do? Is it gone? Dog fan, is the house gone now? Is it gone? Whoa, it's got the old Nina. Look, it's got the old picture now that we just showed the other night. That is so sad. Wow. You can't go nowhere? You can't even move? You can go up here now? Wow. Ain't that sad? See, look at how level that is. Why even why not just leave it blurred out? You know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't you just leave it blurred out? It's not letting me walk this way. Wow. See, it only let me walk on here with Google Earth. It's so sad, you know? It's so sad when you think about it. It being gone now. Yeah, that's the only place I can go. Is it still and then 2007 right there. Look at this. So this is Google Earth, and that still shows this, but it doesn't allow you to go up this road still. So let me try this. Let's see. Yeah, same thing. It lets you drop down here. Can I drop down here? Isn't that weird? It lets you drop down here, but not... Okay, so hold on. It says loading. 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 Come on, let me go back here. Loading. Goes away right there. So what if I go right here? Nope. Wait, loading. Loading. It's going to drop me in the same spot, ain't it? Yep. "2007. Man, what a shame. It's nothing. There's nowhere to drop. There's nowhere to drop on it. Yeah, like it never fucking happened, right, dog fan? You could, why not just leave it blurry, you know? Yeah, 2007, just like King Road on the other side, because over here, if it'll let me. Because over here, this has always been 2007 back here. It's always been that way back here since the beginning of the case, but why not just leave it blurry, you know? Why not just... I don't know, that's crazy. All right, let me check my folder here, and let's see here, 1 second. There was something else. Yes, this is what I wanted to show. This was the oldie. This was the because we're on the topic of Inan, private driver, things like that. This is one of the oldies I wanted to share. This was when that manager was talking to News Nation about the girls or Kaylee being stalked. Here it is.
But I want to start with that story confirming that Kaylee had a stalker. So take me to that whole situation with the business in town and what you found out.
Yeah, this was interesting, Ashley, and we didn't expect it. We went to this vape shop in downtown Moscow looking for surveillance video. I mean, we've been going all over the place just trying to get any new information. And the manager actually knew Kaylee and Maddie. They had been there 6 or 7 times. And then he had a lot to say about the potential of this stalker. Listen to what he told me.
So Kaylee and Maddie would both come in very happy, very friendly. You know, they always were just such a smile on their face. Just like pretty much you would say they're the light of the world, pretty much. You know, always happy, go lucky. They always came in just chatting. They always came with a group, like I said. They probably, I'd say 4 or 5 girls at most, all the time. They come in together. And I made a joke about it earlier. It was like, you know, hey, you know, coming together and stuff like that. You know, just it's nice to see you girls trying to stay safe. One of them more or less openly says, oh yeah, we've had a friend of ours be stalked before, so this is kind of why we all travel in a group like this. And just was it Kaylee who said that? Do you remember? No, it was Maddie who actually said that. So Maddie said it, and it was kind of like more mentioning, like motioning to Kaylee too, like who was right next to her. So you could tell that like they obviously all were trying to keep Kaylee safe, you know, and to be there for her as good friends. And then yeah, to know that a few weeks later, now I won't see them, you know, anymore, anything like that. So it's crazy.
How long before the murder about was that?
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
3 weeks beforehand, because I was telling them I hope they had a good Thanksgiving break and everything like that too, because I didn't know if I'd see them again. So because with a lot of the times with the kids, with the way after the pandemic, some of the kids leave in waves. So I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to see you this weekend or not. Hey, hope you have a great, you know, Thanksgiving with your family. And that was the last I saw them.
Did they elaborate any more on the stalker comment?
They more or less kept making the comment that it always seemed to happen either by the campus or down on Main Street. And the last time the Kaylee more or less made it sound like it seemed like it was down on Main Street, and that
like the people creeping in the fucking alleys watching the Twitch stream paying for the girls' fucking meals. I bet
the person was coming from like around the Corner Club area, and then like as far as I remember, it's the guy who ended up like trying to go and talk to her, and then he gave up on it and he ended up walking away. So she thought she was being stalked up to a certain point, and then looked behind her and he was no longer behind her. So
I just want to make sure that I get it right. So
yeah.
Just tell me again exactly what you remember.
Just more or less, I made a joke about them being in a group, and they just said, yeah, you know, one of our friends, and motioning to Kaylee that she'd been stalked recently. And so that had people constantly following her around. And it's not just a one-off thing, that this is apparently something that Kaylee had tons of issues with. Apparently she always had somebody who's constantly walking behind her like that. So, and it was more so at nighttime when they were out there drinking and stuff like that. Because I asked them, like, is it at school? And she's like, no, when I'm at night, going out to the bars or coming back from the bars. And again, living down that way.
Did she specifically mention the Corner Club?
No, the Corner Club, but just in that general direction and stuff like that. So the only reason I would assume the Corner Club is because that's the only bar that's down in that area anymore now. So we used to have 2, one with CJ's and then the Corner Club. It's just Corner Club now, then a whole block before it mingles. So
how many times did you see Kaylee and Maddie? How many times would they come in the store?
I'd say, now that I'm trying to think back in my head, I've only saw them maybe like 6, 7 times total. So I say probably since the start of this beginning of this year.
So we know that police have looked into the possibility of there being a stalker. Latest we know from police is that they've never found anything to corroborate there actually being a stalker. They looked into an incident, Ashley, you might remember, from mid-October from a business downtown, and said there was nothing there that they could figure out that it was actually.
Yeah, is this a business in Moscow or Pullman? Because it was a vape shop. So I don't know if what kind of vape shop was it? Was it a Pullman? I mean, fuck people. There's a fucking dispensary right across the border, fucking from Moscow. Literally take you fucking 5 minutes to drive there. They could have went in there and got shit legally.
actually a stalking incident. We're not sure if that's the same incident that Kaylee and Maddie were talking to the vape shop manager about.
Right.
But certainly interesting to hear him say that.
It seemed like he had spoken with them multiple times and about that topic multiple times as well. What about surveillance video from his shop, that manager? Was he asked for it? Does he have any? Would it be helpful anyway?
Yeah, so he says police came to his shop a couple of days after the murders, and the video had been deleted there. He doesn't have cameras on the outside, but I guess they were still interested in video on the inside since the girls had been there so many times. But like so many other stories that we found, the video deletes after a week or two.
What about the police? Did he tell the same story to the police that he told you?
Well, why would he say no? That's a dumb question, Ashley. Let me see if we can find out. Does anybody know? The name of the vape store is Cafe de Vape. All right, hold on. Cafe de Vape. Cafe de Vape. In Moscow? Taco time. Yes, it is in Moscow. Right here. Cafe de Vape. Vapor. Cafe de Vapor. Cafe de Vapor. Kratom? That shit's legal in fucking Idaho? That's crazy shit, man. Fucking, it's legal in Ohio. I had friends using that shit. That shit's fucking, I don't understand it. I really don't. I really don't understand. I don't get it. Yeah, I don't get it. Yeah, they could have. Thank you, AG. Appreciate that. Cafe de Vapor. He said what's up, Lauren? He said that's a dumb question, Ashley. Damn straight I did. So did his story differ from what he told the police? Do you think that dude's gonna be like, yeah, I told them? No, it is a dumb question. Waste of airtime. All right, so this is this vape guy.
What he told me.
So Kaylee and Maddie would both come in very happy, very friendly. They always were just such a smile on their face. Just like pretty much you would say they're the light of the world, pretty much. Always happy, go lucky.
It sounds like Inan. I was so sad to hear all the neighbors that brought me such joy and happiness and light. It's like, bro, you never even really met them. What are you talking about? You even fooled Hidden True Crime podcast, bro.
They always came in just chatting. They always came with a group, like I said. They probably, I'd say 4 or 5 girls at most, all the time. They come in together. And I made a joke about it earlier. It was like, hey, coming together and stuff like that. It's nice to see you guys trying to stay safe. And one of them more or less openly says, oh yeah, we've had a friend of ours be stalked before, so this is kind of why we all travel in a group like this. And just was
it Kaylee who said that? Do you remember?
No, it was Maddie who actually said that. So Maddie said it, and it was kind of like more motioning to Kaylee too, like who was right next to her. So you could tell that like they obviously all were trying to keep Kaylee safe.
Yo, that dude's got more than bushy eyebrows. Yo, he's got a bush fucking mop top and a bush chin too. I mean, that's bush all over.
Be there for her as good friends. And then to know that
that's bush all over.
Later, now I won't see them, anymore, anything like that. So it's crazy.
How long before the murder about was that?
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
3 weeks beforehand, because I was telling them I hope they had a good Thanksgiving break and everything like that too, because I didn't know if I'd see them again. So, because with a lot of the times with the kids, with the way after the pandemic, some of the kids leave in waves. So I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna see you this weekend or not. Hey, hope you have a great, Thanksgiving.
Like, his middle name is Bush, yo. That's his middle fucking name is Bush. You don't have to. Does he got bushy eyebrows? Yeah. Does he got a bushy mop top? Yeah. Does he got a bushy chin? Yeah. Does he got a bushy armpit? Probably. Does he got bushy legs? Probably. Does he have a bushy back? Probably. Dude's probably Bush all over,
With your
man.
family,
Come
and
on.
that was the last I saw them.
Did they elaborate any more on the stalker comment?
They more or less kept making the comment that it always seemed to happen either by the campus or down on Main Street. And the last time the Kaylee more or less made
Everybody
it sound like it
seems to
seemed
know
like
him,
it was
right?
down on Main Street, and that the person was coming from like around the corner club area. And then as far as I remember, it's the guy who ended up like trying to go and talk to her, and then he gave up on it and he ended up walking away. So she thought she was being stalked up to a certain point, and then looked behind her and he was no longer behind her. So
I just want to make sure that I get it
I bet you he wishes he would have shaved and had a different T-shirt on.
right. Yeah. Tell me again exactly what you remember.
Just more or less,
It is. It's
made
wild,
a joke
isn't
about
it?
them being in a group, and they just said, yeah, one of our friends and motioning to Kaylee that she'd been stalked recently, and so that had people constantly following her around. And it's not just a one-off thing. That this is apparently something that Kaylee had
What the fuck?
tons of issues with. That apparently she always had somebody who's constantly walking behind her like that.
Yeah.
So, and it was more so at nighttime when they were at
What
the
the
drinking and stuff
fuck?
like that. Because I asked them, like, is it at school? And she's like, no, when I'm at night, going out to the bars or coming back from the bars. And again, living down that way.
Did she
there.
specifically mention the Warner Club?
Not the corner club, but
yeah.
just in that general direction and stuff like that. So the only reason I would assume the corner club is because that's the only bar that's down in that area anymore now. So we used to have two. One was CJ's and then the corner club. It's just corner club now.
CJ's,
the whole block
what's
is full of
up?
Mingles. So
How many times did you see Kaylee and Maddie? How many times would they come to the store? Would you
I'd say, now that I'm trying to think back in my head, I've only saw them maybe like 6-7 times total. So I say probably since the start of this beginning of this year.
So we know that police have looked into the possibility of there being a stalker. Latest we know from police is that they've never found anything to corroborate there actually being a stalker. They looked into an incident, Ashley might remember, from mid-October from a business downtown, and said there was nothing there that they could figure out that it was actually a stalking incident.
do.
We're not sure if that's the same incident that.
Yeah, I do. Hey, I do love my hand gestures. I really do. It's another way. It's another way to talk. Yeah, I don't know. I've even coworkers, man. I've had a coworker fucking straight up because they got addicted to this kratom shit. I had a coworker straight up fucking like drop on the ground and have a fucking seizure right in front of me. It's fucking nuts because of that kratom shit. So be careful if you fucking use that shit. Be careful. It was fucking scary. Chick just dropped right in front of me. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, just be careful. All right, everybody. That is not going to be the only episode. Hell, I thought we were going to get into some Inan interviews. Well, we did earlier today. We'll be going through more of them. Definitely here. Before I go, though, I'm going to share this one. If you didn't see this earlier, we're you know what? Let me think. Man, it's 45 minutes, though. I don't know if we can fit it in. I don't think we can. This is the video that we watched earlier, the one with Hidden True Crime. If you didn't check it out, definitely check out the episode from earlier. If you didn't watch it and you wanted to watch kind of how we were kind of all talking about it, or if you want just the interview, here is the link for that. So you can either watch this, just the interview, or you can go watch our earlier episode from today. And then we're going to be getting into, I honestly didn't think the Reddit thing was going to be that long. Thought maybe we'd hit on it for 15 minutes, but it took a lot longer than I anticipated because I just didn't realize how much he wrote. So we're going to be, next show, we'll be going into some more of the interviews. We'll be going to updates, case conversation, if there's any documents. Again, I won't be here tomorrow morning, but I will be here tomorrow night. So I'll probably put out a notification during the day sometime. So I doubt I'll put one out tonight. I'll put out a notification tomorrow, get a better idea overnight of what we're going to be going into. If you have anything you want to send the show, shout out to the community. Thank you for all your links and all the information we went through tonight. Very interesting stuff. And if you want to send anything, please send it to Discord, Twitter, or Gmail. I'll shout you out. Also, if anybody has a picture of BK wearing glasses, if anybody has a picture of BK wearing glasses, send it. We'll show it. We'll show it. But I want to say thank you all for hanging out this morning and this evening. I appreciate you so much. I will be back tomorrow. Have yourself a peaceful and positive evening. Stay warm. Prayers for everybody who's sick, not feeling good. Oh, it's going to be summertime before we know it, everybody. Thank you, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.